We're back from the International Antiques Fair in Hong Kong. Antiques expert Christian Didier shared his perspectives on the current trend of arts and antiques as investments.
Art, it's not investment. Art you have to buy because you like it, because you want to enjoy it. It has to bring you some pleasure. And if you buy high quality, it can be investment. But you don't think it's investment, because when you look today, the piece that the collector buy, if it's a European, it keep a long time, between 15 to 25 years before the piece reappear on the market. So as the fair of Mr. Shak was very good in quality for Asiatic art, we convinced him to upgrade the level and to open to other field. So it's why this time you have French furniture from 18th century, 19th, and Art Deco, 20th century. And you have the top dealer like Mr. Valois, which is the #1 in the world for Art Deco. You have also some African art, which is a big challenge. And we have pre-Columbian art also. We have a French book dealer who came with those very exceptional books with drawing and everything. And we thought it was important for all the people from Asia, Southeast Asia and China, to be able to come to Hong Kong and enjoy different fields, because now they are starting to be interested by other fields than Chinese art. Okay. And you have an exceptional group of French furniture. Another dealer next to him, it's Mr. Montbrison, which is one of the top world dealers for African art. You have Vrin, which is one of the most famous bookshop in France for 1920 and early 20th century French book, which is designed by a very important designer and everything. You have to be able to show every kind of art from the world, because it's not because it's African or it's French, it's international collector. It can be a Chinese collector who love French art, or an American collector who loves Chinese art. So you have to make the people from all around the world to Hong Kong and make the most important fair in Asia.
And now more from Hong Kong, where Roberlin Purba is at the final day of the International Antiques Fair.
Now today marks the final day of the International Antique Fair here in Hong Kong. Now over 80 dealers and thousands of visitors as they get ready to wrap things up. We look into the fair in figures.
Organizers are estimating around 30,000 visitors attending the fair, and they hit the same number last year. There are 4 lectures on antiques throughout the 4-day fair. And among them is a lecture from Mr. Christian Didier himself on the stories behind the archaic bronze in ancient times. The lectures, organizers say, are part of the fair's mission to educate new buyers and refresh the knowledge of existing dealers. In addition to Oriental and European antiques, the African section also received considerable attention, especially this century-old $666,000 African relic from Gabon. This pristine quality bookshelf brought by French dealer Valois dates back to the 1920s in India and is tagged at $2 million, and visitors say they're in for a treat.
Today, just enjoying looking at what there is on you, trying to learn a little bit, see what there is here, and meeting old friends who are exhibiting.
Spent the first 15-20 minutes here, and I like it. I come every year and always look around for objects, good quality, unusual types that are not so commonly seen, and I enjoy it every year.
我觉得挺好的，就是让我们可以见识更多的古啊，而且就眼界也开阔一些。就是很多人现在都对这些收藏很有兴趣。
Perhaps this one here, right behind me. I think that this is the highlight of the show this time of Tang Ying. I think it's good to have a master, and its works to be introduced through the seminars.
Now to find out more about how the fair fared, we talked to Mr. Ronald Jack from Jack Investments, the organizer of the IAF.
Last year we had 30,000 visitors. This year we expect 10 to 15% increase. 60% of them are from mainland China, and the rest are Western and Hong Kong and local. One of a dealer from Japan, he told me he counted total auction house and fairs happening in Hong Kong. There are 18 to 19 auction house happening right now.
What's the estimated cash flow you're looking at this year?
Well, last year the total cash flow was 200 something million Hong Kong dollars. So this year we expect will be more than last year, maybe 10 to 20% more increase. Mostly due Oriental arts. Many of them been sold. Yeah, well, one of the exhibitor, he deals with Chinese furnitures, and today one Hong Kong local collector bought 4 sets of chair from them for about 10 million Hong Kong. A new exhibitor from Paris, he brought some bronze, Western bronze, and I think he already sold 26 pieces.
And what's the biggest transaction so far for buyers?
Well, the biggest buyer is still from China, and one of the biggest transactions I know, I think is Chinese porcelain. One of the exhibitors from United States, he brought over 80,000 pieces to our fair. They have porcelain, they have bamboo carving, bronzes, jade, everything.
Exhibitors invest around $19,000 for a 4x4 meter space, but many take the spaces by the tenfolds, and that is if their merchandise makes it through the tight vetting.
And that's all we have from the International Antiques Fair 2016 from Hong Kong. Back to you in the studio.